again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another walk and talk as I put my glove on. Okay, yeah. So I got a new hat on. I realized I have this hat that I forgot about that my daughter gave me a couple years ago. It's got this built-in face mask. It's delightful. And it was Carhartt, I think. Anyways, today I decided, this is the last couple of videos, maybe not been, anyways, the last one was kind of negative. I want to talk about something positive and something I can get excited about, and something that hopefully you'll find interesting, maybe not. But it does me good to talk about it. Even if it does no one else any good, it's good therapy for me. But I'd like to talk about some of my favorite YouTube channels that there's a lot to be down about in this world, but on YouTube there's and other platforms, there are some bright spots to be happy about. And I wanted to talk about this one. I may not have talked about before, but I may have started talking about it. But a good fellow LDS guy, he doesn't talk about religion at all, but Outdoor Boys. He's Luke Nichols is his name. Oh, his videos, and lately he hasn't done so many with his boys, but a lot of solo hiking, just a lot of good information, and he does a phenomenal job of editing, so the story goes quickly, and oh my heavens, to see him kind of refurbish this, or he bought an old homestead and old cabin on some land in Alaska, and he's refurbishing that, and had a bunch of old equipment on it. He's refurbishing those, and it's just so darn good to watch, and he's so good at editing. The story just keeps, he's got to be one of the most knowledgeable guys about everything. It is almost comical of how much he knows. This is a side note, but one video that just made us laugh. We just loved it. This is an older one, but he was talking about black walnuts, and this was before he moved to Alaska. I think he's now moved to Alaska, and he's got the homestead in Alaska, but he was this time I think in Delaware or somewhere back east. And near his home were a bunch of these black walnut trees, and he had this one video where he's talking about how he harvested them. They just kind of fall off the tree, so he had to pick up 3 or 4 bags, not 3 or 4, 6 or 10 or something like this, huge bags of these walnuts. And he spent the next, I think, 3 weeks or so, going downhill's easier. And these walnuts, there's a guy walking with a ukulele. Let's see him walking up the hill playing a ukulele. I just think that's great. Who knows what he's dealing with, but that's, oh man, get the exercise. Anyways, I've got off topic, but Luke was showing the painstaking, he spent weeks on these, I think, these black walnuts, and about 10 different processes to to get them shelled, and then out of these like 10 bushels of black walnuts he pulled up off the ground, like 6 weeks later he ends up with like a 5-pound bag of edible walnuts that he could use in his baking or something. And he claims that they taste great and there's nothing like them. But it was so, I don't know, it struck our funny bone. I mean, his dogged determination to just, whatever it is, it'll make you feel good. It will, if you're not already watching it. He's got like 5 million viewers, okay? And he makes these, and he knows so much about the outdoors and survival, and it's so great. If he happens to watch this, thank you, Luke, for your service to society. He just made an announcement last week that he's posted his little intro or closeout intro says he posts a video every Saturday morning, and he says he's done that for 5 years and spends about 70 to 80 hours a week editing. He's I think making a fortune on YouTube, and he's quit his daytime job, which was a lawyer. But this last one, he made an announcement. He says, "I've done this for 5 years, and I'm getting too old and too tired. So I'm going to back off just a little bit, post every other 2 weeks, or every other week." So, anyways, I wish him well, and can't wait for. Today's Friday, so there would have been a new video tomorrow, which I would have loved to watch, but I have to wait another week. But that's all good. Yeah, I know how labor-intensive editing is, and that's why I don't edit these. And if I ever made a dime, I might pay someone to edit them, but nah, it's more therapy than anything else. But so that's one. I just love him. And then, what is it just my feed or what? But what is the deal with all these dances? And I love them. All these people dancing, and usually they're shorts. So, but dancing to the music, and oh my heavens, the dancing skills of so many people out there. Just, I kind of have a performer inside me, and it kind of makes me, if I was younger and I felt better, hadn't had the incident, my health incident, I'd love to learn some of those steps and see if I can do it. Some of them are so good. These dance steps of today are just so interesting to me. Of course, Michael Jackson was great in our day, and come to find out, my daughter finds out that Michael Jackson got a lot of his stuff from, people in the 30s and 40s. I think it was the Nichols twins, like in the 30s. The kind of moonwalking style. These two black little boys. That, oh my heavens! I think they maybe did a little bit of singing, but tap dancing and or just great dancing. And then we have this one guy from Australia, and I'm sure I'll probably subscribe, but he just comes on my feed, so I see it. Him and his little daughter, who's about, I don't know, less than 8. They do a lip sync / dance to all these great, any kind of song, but disco-y type of songs. And it's so funny to watch. It's fun. I enjoy it so much. So that's, and then then my wife. I talked about this a little bit, but. And I don't follow the channel yet, I don't think. I'm so busy, but when we were getting ready for hosting Thanksgiving, she was looking for some good sides to do and recipes on it. We stumbled on this one channel. It's called One Kitchen or One something. I can't even remember. But it's like fast speed, speed it up, no explanation. It's all, you can just watch it and know how they did it. But it's so professionally filmed and so professionally edited. It's just a pleasure to watch. I think the 15-minute video we watched, in 15 minutes we saw 10 or 15 recipes for their favorite holiday sides, right? So I was just so taken by the quality of the video. Yeah, and I've said this before probably, but I do not watch network TV. Can't stomach the commercials. I'm not traveling, and when I was traveling with Delta, get stuck in a hotel and have to watch my favorite programs, my Fox News or whatever, but commercial about every 5 minutes, about 2 minutes of commercials. It was so painful, but anyway, so what else is going on? Then in general, I don't have a specific channel, but woodworking videos on some of the skills and it's just or repair videos. It's just and then there's some humorous videos. Have you seen these where a guy, it's just excellent editing. It looks like he's running all over town or all over his house to accomplish something, but is running from room to room and diving into this or that, and there's probably more than one, but the creativity and talent out there is just so refreshing and gives me hope for the next generation. This is kind of what is wrong with network television and kind of like the big government or even in music, whatever, music companies. Anyone can be make their own videos, and they do a better job than a lot of the big companies. So watchable, so enjoyable, and you can, anyways, I'm just so thrilled about some of the things I watch on YouTube. It's just so much. I'm never bored, and even when I'm at work, in my downtime or when it's slow time, in the background I can have a video on and just be listening to somebody. I have on the religious side of things, my good friend. I don't think he'll mind me telling you his name's Scott Palmer, but his channel is named Watcher Palmer. But he's just such a good storyteller, and he's got so much real life experience that he just makes the scriptures come alive for, not just scriptures, but principles, and makes them come alive for us. And I don't think all his followers are members of the church, but he's very watchable. His videos tend to be a little bit longer on the longer side, so it takes a little bit of investment. Sometimes it takes me a couple days to get through a video, but I just highly recommend him. Let's see, what else? Oh, I haven't been watching them too much lately because I've just been busy with other things, but the guy who started, what's he started the company that lets people donate to different YouTubers. What's this app called? Oh my heavens. Patreon, yeah. Anyways, this guy is musically so talented. He's got like 3 music channels and one Scary Goldings, I think, is one of them, and he's got a couple of others. And on this Scary Goldings, he's got several bands that he just plays with, and it's just so amazing. But they take popular hits and kind of put a new twist on them, or kind of take a new take on them, like, you know, turn them into a funk tune or whatever. And he's so talented, it's just amazing. But on the Scary Goldings, that's named, I think, maybe after the organist, Larry Goldings, who I known him from his other YouTube channels, but he played for, you know, James Taylor on some of James Taylor's records, or at least in concert. And he's got such a unique way of playing the organ that this guy just is amazing. It's just it's so amazing how creative people can get with music these days. So I like to watch that. And of course, Alison Krauss, I love her, and her duos with Robert Plant from Led Zeppelin. And then they have this band that backs them up that's from not Memphis. What's the place in? Not Memphis. The country headquarters in. I'll think of it in a second. But oh my heavens, the sound they create, the guitar player, just a less is more kind of a wonderful guitar with a wonderful tone, and just he's like, oh, so wonderful. Okay, and then my wife just showed this to me the other day, and it brought tears to my eyes. A singer in Japan, and this guy sings unlike most Japanese singers. It's almost like he's heavily influenced, or maybe even spent some of his time in the U.S., and he was singing this famous Japanese song. But yeah, I'm telling you, it brought tears to my eyes. And he was just singing on the street. He had accompaniment recorded, and he was just had a mic and a speaker. Some busking, I guess, on the streets of Tokyo somewhere. And it was so fantastic. It just brought tears to my eyes. And so there's so much talent. And let's see, we're getting to, oh boy, 19 minutes. All right. Anyways, I'll leave it at that. But thank you for listening. I hope the 4 of you were listening. Enjoy it. And thank you much. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.